Hey, welcome. I'm delighted to have you again. We're buying together for us to learn new things from this book, Small Group Discussion Topics for Korean Teenagers. In this book, you will intensify the quality of your knowledge more and more if we will have this book as our means of educating ourselves. So, what are you waiting for? Join me and let's have fun. Okay, this is only the continuation of Unit 10. And if you could still remember, this was our topic. Okay. Studying abroad. And you already know the reason why some Koreans prefer to study abroad, right? So, have you ever or have you considered studying abroad but are not sure whether it's worth your time? If you ask anybody who has studied abroad, he or she will most certainly tell you that it is a life-changing experience and one of the most rewarding things he or she has ever done. Well, perhaps you're not certain, right? You're not certain what benefits you can reap from an extended stay in a foreign country. Well, maybe I can cite you some of the 10 very excellent reasons why you should take the plunge. One, for me, study abroad is the optimal way to learn a language. There's no better and more effective way to learn a language than to be immersed in a culture that speaks the language you're learning. So we will talk about them by reading the questions here, but before I say some of the reasons why you have to study abroad, okay, we will just have that later. So as you can see here in the box, there are expressions that are composed here. So one is to catch on and to get used to. So these two expressions have been used in two sentences. Let's begin with long hair. Long hair means 1960s. So there. The internet, 1990s. Studying abroad, 1996. Example, hip-hop music caught on in the 1980s. To get used to, he eating Indian food, they traveling by plane. I saw winters. Example, I could never get used to living on a farm. So here are the sample questions. So it is up to you on how you're going to answer this one, but be sure to really jot down these questions. Okay, so let's read them. One question is, do you know anyone who went abroad to study? If so, who was it and why did they decide to go? Again, do you know anyone who went abroad to study? If so, who was it and why did they decide to go? Next, we have, would you rather attend college, in Korea or at a foreign university? Tell why. Next we have, which of the following do you think would be your biggest problem if you went abroad to study? Tell why you think so. One is making friends, B, homesickness, getting used to the food, having to speak English all the time. Next, what would be the most exciting thing about studying in a foreign country? Tell why you think so. So there are options here for you to choose. Meeting people who can't speak Korean, speaking English all the time, traveling and seeing new places, learning about new customs and way of thinking. So that is what I have told you. Language learning happens most quickly under these circumstances. So study abroad provides the opportunity to travel. Weekends and academic breaks allow you to venture out and explore your surroundings, both your immediate and more distant surroundings. Since studying abroad often puts you on a completely different continent, you are most closer to places you might otherwise not have had the the opportunity to visit. So some more structured study abroad programs even have field trips planned in or around the curriculum. And also one reason is study abroad allows you to get to know other culture. Yes, here. Learning about new customs and way of thinking. So a person's culture reflects very deep perceptions, beliefs, and values that influence his or her way of life and the way that she views the world. So students who experience cultural differences personally can come to truly understand where other cultures are coming from. So now let's proceed to the next question. Could it be easier to live in a foreign country than in Korea? Discuss speaking one's mind, being free to say whatever you want, or saving face, not having to worry about what other people think. Well, study abroad affords you the opportunity to make friends around the world. While abroad you will meet not only natives to the culture in which you are studying, but as also the other international students who are asked for from home as yourself. Okay. And study abroad expands your worldview in comparisons with citizens of most other countries. Americans tend to be uninformed about the world beyond the nation's boundaries. The students who study abroad return home with an informed and much less biased perspective toward other cultures and peoples. Okay, so study abroad gives you the opportunity to break out of your academic routine. Study abroad is likely to be much unlike what you are used to doing as a student. You may become familiar with an entirely new academic system. Okay, so we have the last three questions. What is the main reason why Korean students want to study abroad? Tell why you think so. We also have, when is the best time to study abroad? Elementary school, middle, or high school, or college? Tell why you think so. If you could study abroad, where would you go and why? Okay, there we have it. That ends our class for today. I hope you were going to answer those questions, and please be reminded to also jot down it, okay, so that you could also learn how to communicate well. Okay, so that's all. I would like to say thank you for joining me again, and if you wish to learn more about English, I'm urging you to study at camglish.com. Just visit our website, okay? So see you in our next video. Goodbye.